The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, Mark Manson. Have you ever felt like no matter how much effort you put in, life still seems to knock you off balance? Like everyone else has some secret formula for happiness, success, or meaning, and you're left spinning trying to figure it out? What if the real secret isn't about doing more, trying harder, or chasing approval, but instead about caring less, about the things that don't matter, and focusing fully on what actually does? That's what we're exploring today, a principle so simple yet so overlooked that it can change how you live, how you work, and how you experience every day. The book behind this idea is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. Mark Manson is a writer, blogger, and life coach who became famous for his brutally honest take on personal growth. Unlike most self-help books that promise endless positivity and a life without struggle, Manson's work cuts through the fluff. It acknowledges something most people try to ignore. Life is hard. Problems are unavoidable, and chasing happiness, popularity, or constant success often leaves us exhausted, anxious, and unsatisfied. This book resonated with millions because it doesn't tell you to think positive or push through at all costs. Instead, it helps you see clearly where your energy is going and why most people fail without even realizing it. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by expectations, stuck in endless self-improvement cycles, or trapped by worrying about what others think, this book offers a practical roadmap. It shows you how to focus your care, time, and energy on what really matters, on what aligns with your values, and ignore the rest. Now, let's break down the core lessons, the insights that can transform how you approach life. The first lesson is perhaps the most fundamental. Not everything deserves your care. Most people pour energy into trivial problems, social approval, or things they cannot control. We worry about what colleagues think, whether our lives look perfect on social media, and about problems that will eventually solve themselves or don't truly affect us. Manson calls this choosing your fucks wisely. The idea is simple. Your capacity to care is limited. If you try to care about everything, you'll be overwhelmed, anxious, and ineffective. To put it differently, life has an infinite number of things you could worry about, but your energy is finite. Every day, you choose what gets your attention. By caring only about what truly matters, your relationships, your growth, your personal values, you free yourself from the noise, the stress, and the constant sense of pressure. Imagine the relief of waking up each day knowing that most of the world's chaos isn't your responsibility. That clarity is a kind of freedom few people ever experience, because most never stop to question where their energy goes. The second lesson builds on this. Accepting your limitations is empowering. Society constantly tells us we can be or do anything if we just try hard enough. The truth is, we all have constraints. Physical, emotional, situational, and even social. Accepting them isn't giving up, it's recognizing where your real power lies. When you embrace your limitations, you stop pretending, stop wasting effort on what isn't achievable, and start focusing on what you can change. Think about your daily life. How often do you chase perfection in areas that will never be perfect? How often do you try to impress others instead of doing what actually matters? Accepting your limitations allows you to prioritize effectively. It allows you to put your energy into areas that can grow instead of spreading yourself thin trying to be everything to everyone. Limitations aren't a cage, they're a guide. They help you choose your battles wisely, and when you do, life becomes more manageable, more intentional, and far less exhausting. Lesson 3 is taking responsibility. Life will inevitably throw setbacks, disappointments, and failures at you. It's unavoidable. What matters is how you respond. Responsibility doesn't mean blame. It doesn't mean life is fair or that you caused everything that happens. It means recognizing that your choices, your mindset, and your actions shape how you experience life. Here's the key. When you stop blaming circumstances, luck, or other people, you reclaim your agency. Even small decisions matter. When you choose to take ownership of how you respond to difficulties, you gain control. You stop being a passenger in your own life. You stop reacting mindlessly to every problem. You start actively steering your path. And this shift from blame to responsibility is the first step toward meaningful growth and freedom. The fourth lesson is about embracing failure. Most people fear failure, avoid risks, and chase comfort, but growth comes from struggle. Failure isn't proof that you are inadequate, it's evidence that you're trying. It's a sign that you're engaged in life, learning, experimenting, and pushing boundaries. When you stop fearing failure, it loses its power over you. You can take risks in areas that matter. You can try, stumble, and try again without crushing self-judgment. Each failure becomes a teacher, providing feedback, insight, and the chance to improve. The truth is, avoiding failure keeps you stagnant. Embracing it allows you to grow faster than you ever imagined. Life is full of challenges, but when you shift your perspective, challenges become stepping stones instead of roadblocks. Finally, Manson emphasizes living by strong, meaningful values. Your happiness, fulfillment, and personal growth are determined not by avoiding problems, but by choosing problems worth facing. Values are your compass. Constructive, reality-based, controllable values guide your actions and decisions. Superficial measures of success, social validation, or chasing status are distractions that create anxiety and dissatisfaction. Ask yourself daily, is what I am focusing on meaningful? Is it constructive? Does it align with my values? When your choices reflect your values, life becomes more focused, more fulfilling, and more resilient. You stop wasting energy on trivial concerns. You start building a life that feels genuinely yours. Now let's turn these lessons into real-life action. First, identify what truly matters. Write down your top 3 priorities, the areas that deserve your care, and consciously let go of the rest. Most people skip this step, and it's where real change begins. Next, embrace your limitations. Be honest about your weaknesses, your time constraints, and your responsibilities. Stop chasing perfection and external approval. Focus on what you can influence. That focus alone changes the way you experience your day, your work, and your relationships. Then, take responsibility immediately. When a problem arises, pause before blaming others. Ask instead, what can I do differently? What action is in my control? These small shifts compound over time, giving you power, clarity, and confidence. Finally, reframe failure. Take calculated risks in areas that truly matter. When mistakes happen, study them, learn, and adjust. Avoiding failure leaves you stagnant. Facing it with curiosity and intention accelerates growth. The shift in mindset from avoidance to learning is where transformation happens. If you integrate these ideas consistently, life starts to change. You notice clarity where there was confusion. You feel freedom where there was anxiety. You feel stronger where you were once powerless. The subtle art of not giving a fuck is not about being indifferent. It's about intentionality, about choosing what to care about and what to release, about focusing your energy on what truly matters, even if it comes with discomfort or challenge. In conclusion, the subtle art of not giving a fuck is about clarity, choice, and courage. Focus on what's meaningful, accept your limits, take responsibility, embrace failure. Live by strong, constructive values. Doing so doesn't make life easier, but it makes it far more intentional, fulfilling,
and free from the stress of meaningless worry. If this summary helped you, subscribe to Daily Audiobook Summaries. Next, listen to our summary of Atomic Habits by James Clear, where you'll discover how small, consistent habits can transform your life step by step, leading to massive results over time. Remember, life is short, your energy is finite, and every day counts. Give a fuck wisely and watch everything else fall into place.